Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's a new guy on the blockchain, and I'll just jump right in with it with a quick video. Uh, just to touch on Ethereum real quick. It's up, baby. It's up. It's up to $95 right now. It dipped, between these last 2 days, 85. I think it even touched 80, and then went back down. You know, earlier. I mean, like late last night, maybe earlier today. It ended up hitting 87. So it was just teeter-tottering behind, in that, in between those ranges. Now it's at 95. Is it making a push? We'll see. We'll see. I hope Ethereum Classic makes a push as well. I'm holding a few of those, and I just really want to see an upside for that company there. Um, all the other alts, Ripple's down a little bit. I ended up picking up some Ripple. I don't know why, but I think it's probably a good idea to hold on to Ripple, and I think it's a good idea to hold on to Stellar too and accumulate as much as you can right now on that little dip that it's having, in the 4 cent range. If it ends up being 20 cents one day, guys, like the little that you invested in it, and it shoots up to 20 cents. I mean, that's a nice little gain right there, and who knows, maybe it could go more. If Ripple goes to 50 cents or a dollar, um, basically Stellar is just, Ripple for the little guy. Um, Ripple's banks, Stellar is for the unbanked population, which is really cool. I really respect that. Just for that thought alone, I think I'm going to be buying some more Stellar. Like, it's for the little guy. It's for the unbanked people. That's exactly what it says on their website. It's for the unbanked society. People that are not fortunate enough, or maybe they are fortunate enough to not have banks influence them, but maybe they don't really have a cheap way of sending currency to family members, or whatever the case. Maybe they don't have an easy way of receiving any funds from anybody at all either. This technology is really going to help them out, and I love the idea of helping other people out, helping the unbanked civilization. That's huge to me. I just want to share a quick story with you guys. I thought it was pretty interesting, and the field of work that I do, I communicate with a lot of people, and they're all ages, young, as young as 16 years old, all the way to, I just helped a gentleman today that was 91 years old. Okay, so in talking to these people, especially recently about cryptocurrencies. And I noticed one of the first cryptocurrencies you were to bring up, if you talk to it about somebody that hasn't heard of cryptocurrency at all, you talk about Bitcoin. Have you heard of Bitcoin? That's how we end up going into every single conversation that we've had with people is, have you heard of Bitcoin? I don't know. Have you guys noticed that? If you guys were to talk to somebody that's never heard of cryptocurrencies, what do you lead off with? How do you first tell them? I always end up saying, have you heard of Bitcoin? And then work my way up from there. Recently, there's been a lot of people saying, "Yeah, I have. I have heard of Bitcoin. Isn't that it was involved with that hacking, that the WannaCry hacking um, virus, or whatever, computer virus." And that's, I mean, mainstream media now, that's definitely in people's head, and I've been noticing that they are just curious about it. They want to get involved. They want knowledge. I'll have people sitting at my desk for, we'll be talking about it for a good 20 minutes, and they're just trying to soak up all the knowledge. And I don't really know that much, guys. I just try to read. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, like you guys are watching YouTube videos on this stuff, to gain more knowledge. And they are just so interested. So I have a lunch appointment with one of my clients, and this guy is about 85 years old. We started talking, hey, he's a collector of certain, a variety of different things to hedge himself. He even has stocks, he has different things like that. And I said, well, have you heard of Bitcoin? And he's like, yeah, as a matter of fact, I have. I pulled out Coinbase, and he was just so intrigued about learning more that he said, well, I don't want to take too much time up on your job, that you're doing now, is there a free moment that can I get you outside of this? Is there a free moment where we can meet up and you can help me set this up and I can go from there? I always suggest, especially to people, do your own research, look into it. A lot of people say don't invest what you can't afford losing. Some people are all in on this. Some people are I'm a little bit more conservative, but I've been noticing I've been putting more into this market. So that's, I mean, kind of scary about that, especially if things, don't pan out for, cryptocurrencies. But like I said, it's not going to go away overnight. It's going to be something that's going to be there for a while, and every single age group is interested in this. Every single age group is interested in, one, making money, and two, hedging themselves from this crazy U.S. market, this crazy U.S. dollar, this crazy U.S. manipulation. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, guys. I'm going to be helping an older gentleman set up a Coinbase account and pretty much get him on his feet, so that, because everybody needs help, and the more you guys are able to talk to people, especially in the US, about cryptocurrencies, then the more people are going to know about it and get interested about it, and we could actually fight back against the system and pretty much just kind of go from there, guys. I mean, we could develop this technology a lot quicker. A lot more people are going to be on board. I mean, I think that the mainstream media doesn't mention things for any reason. They wanted to get Bitcoin out there in a certain way. Now it's grabbed a lot of people's attention, and a lot of smart people still live here in the US, and they're going to do their own due diligence, and I know they'll do their research, and they'll end up being involved with this coin somehow, some way, trying to be invested in it, because Poloniex already said they've seen 600 times the more flow in their business transactions than a month ago. That's massive. That's the world, that's worldwide, 600%. Now we have this hacking. Now more people have heard just through thin air, oh, have you heard about, they want to get paid in Bitcoin. It's big, guys. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna cut this video a little short. It seems like it's getting a little long, so you guys enjoy your day. Please subscribe, like the video. Ethereum holders, hold on. We're about to make a big jump. I know we are. I told you we weren't gonna dip down. We're gonna make a jump, guys. We got news coming. Everybody have a good day, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.